Hello, my name is Leah Shore, and I am the Senior Manager of Membership with ARMA International. Welcome to our overview of the member renewal cycle and our new toolkit for chapters. I'm happy to guide you through this short presentation with some additional insight into its contents. The Renewal Toolkit was created to assist with our coordination with the chapters, as well as provide helpful resources for you to use to increase your member retention rates. It includes this overview that will first give you a look at current best practices other associations are using, move on to more details about HQ's new processes that have recently been deployed with our new plan, and finish with chapter-specific tactics and tools. And we'll also provide you some sample content and other guidance, all of which are now available to you at Chapter Central. So let's get started. We want to really look at how reinforcing the personal connection and value of membership will help with our whole endeavors to communicate during the renewal cycle. At ARMA HQ, one of our central goals is to provide an exceptional membership experience and increase the size and engagement of membership. This involves many associated tactics, with one that addresses the evaluation, reassessment, and continuous improvement of our member communications throughout the entire life cycle, with more connection, communication of benefits and value, and calls to engage. This presents us with the opportunity to really re-envision what our members experience during the communication cycle and how our tone and content impact their perception of the approach, which will ultimately lead to their internal confirmation that we have provided solutions and development opportunities for them, and in turn cause a subsequent renewal. A 2017 membership marketing benchmarking report by MGI identifies the median membership renewal rate of professional associations as 84%. As you can see, ARMA's renewal rates have averaged lower than this industry benchmark, ranging from a high of 74% to a low of 66% in the last 7 years. Building out our existing communication plan to increase touch points is our goal to help us increase our retention rates to those more comparable to this industry benchmark. So with this insight, it's clear we still have our work to do, but with our improvements that we have made to the cycle, we're curating an exceptional experience for our members that will directly influence our overall retention rates and efforts. So why do we think that a more personalized approach will help increase renewal rates? Well, first, we need to put ourselves in the member's shoes and recognize that the renewal decision and the renewal process are personal for each member. We really want to employ direct messaging that is constructed in a way that really speaks to each member and reinforces the importance to ARMA through a personal and powerful connection. These notices will serve as a reminder of the top benefits that we bring to the member's personal and professional life, and it will also help empower the member as well as their decision to remain a member. And finally, it really conveys our appreciation to the member for their commitment and support of ARMA in a much more sincere manner. So, using this conversational tone will make the renewal process much more enjoyable for the member instead of feeling more like a business transaction. And we really need to be aware that the decision to renew is not made with just the receipt of an invoice. It's made considerably earlier than that. And so we need to make sure that the members are asked in a respectful manner and reminded of the important connection their membership provides. These next few slides provide some industry best practices and tips regarding renewal communications. So we're going to school in Renewal Communications 101. So what we've learned is that effective renewal communication cycles take place over more than a few months, and that the majority of associations tend to start the renewal effort 90 days before the member's expiration date. And a large number stop the renewal cycle approximately 3 months after expiration. So this lets you customize your window of renewal by testing different options, and you can then zero in on the one that's receiving the most response. Associations with 80% or higher renewal rates are more likely to offer a grace period and continue communication to some point after expiration dates. And the industry average length for a grace period that receives the highest renewal rate is 2 to 3 months. So you really want to initiate a full plan with multiple touch points that can be executed, but that will not oversaturate. So you also want to use a diverse methods of communication. So the three most popular of those are email, direct mail, and outreach calls. So using a mix of these three items really achieves the best results. And a supporting fact is that associations with the highest renewal rates did use phone calls as part of the process. And the most popular method of contact is email, but that is followed by staff calls and peer member calls. So there is clear evidence that the more personalized the contact and more targeted the contact, the more likely the member is to renew. All right, here are some additional tips for content in those communications. So you really want to unite and coordinate your renewal communications messaging around the various other pieces of the puzzle, including your recruitment messaging, your engagement messaging, as well as the content HQ is providing. So you want to make each touch point different, but part of the same overall theme. And you can include a very similar look in your direct mail and email pieces. An important one, make the renewal process easy. Make sure you include simple instructions and directions on where and how to renew, and consider including a direct link for the member to self-renew if available. And finally, if you're including some written and physical mailings, you want to make sure that they have the same tone as a conversation and don't read like a sterile invoice. Some more tips. You want to personalize your greeting with the member's first name. This gives it that just hand touch that will really make the member feel that it is directed to them and not just the mass group of people. You want to connect personally with that member and aim to build relationships. You can also include a short list of highly impactful benefits that you have at your chapter and customize it to the member. And so you may want to get some feedback from your chapter members and see what benefits or events or communications are really helping those members and really impacting them, and make sure you direct your members to those as a reminder. So you really want to do this customization, and don't forget to thank the member for their support and include some wording that will make them excited about what is coming up for the next year. We have learned that automated email campaigns definitely reduce time and staff capacity that are required to physically push multiple emails to members. And it also helps improve tracking of how each notice is doing and how many renewals it is achieving. So finally, once you have your campaign set up, you're going to want to evaluate it after a set amount of time and redeploy. This will typically be after 1 full year of the cycle, so you can get a sense of how the entire process has gone. All right, after those best practices, that should make you aware of what ARMA HQ has considered when we have been revising our process. We'll go ahead and take a look at our new HQ efforts and what they entail. So our goal in our work on revising this process was to truly personalize, localize, customize, and energize the experience of members during their renewal, and to increase our renewal rates with this fresh approach. For our newly released renewal communication cycle, we've updated our notices to adopt a more personalized tone, revised the content to have a more interesting and engaging feel, and offered a direct link for self-renewal and increased the number of touch points in the cycle to a total of 7. Our new cycle will also phase in a minimum of 1 direct mail piece and develop a strategy to reach members by phone. We have also taken a completely new direction and utilized a central theme that appears throughout the notices, but with distinctly different content for each, and that aligns with our messaging for the upcoming ARMA Live conference around superheroes of information. We have also incorporated more what can we do or what have we done for you content by highlighting different benefits and resources in each notice. We have included multiple calls to action to renew today and a direct button that links to their membership profile to renew. And we've even created a membership renewal justification letter, which is included in your toolkit, to help provide members supporting information on the value of their membership to give to their supervisor when asking their employer to support and pay for the renewal. Here is a nice picture of our overall cycle so you can get a better idea of what it will entail at a higher level. And so we have implemented these new touch points for renewals, and they include the first notice that is sent 90 days before the expiration, and it's the beginning of our automated email campaign. It also includes a link to the justification letter. Notice 2A is actually in the automated campaign and sent 60 days before the expiration date. At that 60-day point, we are also sending a physical direct mail letter that includes a membership renewal statement so that they can have something physical in hand if needed. Notice 3 is another email sent 30 days before expiration by the automated campaign, and it includes a link to the justification letter again. Notice 4 is a renewal postcard that will be sent 15 days before expiration. This is currently in development and will be added at some point in the future. Notice 5 is an email that is sent the day before expiration by our automated campaign. It includes a link to the renewal justification letter as well. So moving on to notice 6, it's sent 30 days after expiration during that 2-month grace period that we offer, and it is sent by automated campaign. And last, notice 7 is sent 3 days prior to termination, and it includes a link to an exit survey so we can get some data around why members are choosing to leave and maybe consider some improvements to make sure that does not happen. So, chapter engagement and collaboration. We would really like to collaborate more with the chapters and help you coordinate with HQ and our renewal process to further enhance the renewal cycle and support your retention efforts. We feel this will bring a greater awareness to the invaluable resources that you provide as a chapter and ensure that they are connected, the members, with their chapter. In the near future, we'd also like to strategize with you and learn about your member renewal outreach call process and how it can tie into both HQ and chapter campaigns to ensure a personal touch. This, of course, will be a coordinated plan that will enhance your existing renewal processes and retention efforts. So, action plan. What can you do as a chapter leader with this toolkit to help improve your renewal rates and keep those members in the chapter? Well, You're going to see what we've included in the Toolkit with a template and samples and guidance to help you create content. You can also outline your retention efforts with the board and review regularly during your meetings. You can also use a current member roster list, which is always available for download at arma.org, and reach out. We want you to stay in touch with us at HQ, and we're well-versed in membership best practices, and we want to help your chapter outline, create, and work through your various communication cycles if you'd like. Consider us your dedicated consultants for all things membership. Just a phone call or email away, and happy to help your chapter succeed. So some future considerations and enhancements as we build these cycles and they continue to evolve. Associations with 80% or higher renewal rates are more likely to offer renewal installment payment plans, such as a monthly or quarterly payment. And associations that offer an early renewal discount or incentive are more likely to see an increase in renewal rates over the past year. So we really want to tune in and be sensitive to the top reasons associations identified as to why members do not renew, and work to mitigate the challenges and see if they exist in our member population. Some of those top reasons were lack of engagement with the organization. They could no longer justify membership costs with the value they're receiving and return of investment. They've left the profession, industry, or about to retire, or their employer will not pay or stopped paying dues. So for this, our HQ solution was to create that renewal justification letter that makes the case to the member's supervisor or manager about what they are gaining and benefiting from by being an ARMA member. Finally, we're going to save a list of members that did not renew by termination to place into a future lapsed member campaign. And we want to consider doing a postcard at 30 days after termination, and maybe eventually develop a fully automated campaign with touch points that are less frequent and fewer in number as the traditional renewal cycle communications. So, to get to the point here, the Renewal Communications Toolkit is a complete package of tools that are available now at Chapter Central, and they include this presentation that you are seeing, a Renewal Communication Cycle timeline graphic that will take you through that full journey of those 7 touch points. We've also provided some tips and sample renewal notice content and a template. We've also included the copy of the renewal justification letter that we are using that can be customized by the member. And we've included, finally, a chapter leader action plan. So as our program continues to develop and we look to continuous improvements, we'll expand upon these toolkit items so that you have the tools that you need to succeed. This is the first toolkit, by the way, in a series of 3, which will also include the new member engagement experience as well as the recruitment toolkit. So overall, by being more personal and deliberate through our coordinated outreach, we will strengthen the overall membership experience, our chapters, and ARMA as a whole. I truly look forward to the opportunity to synchronize our efforts to keep our members happy, informed, and feeling like the information heroes they are. So don't forget that we are here and ready to listen to you and to help you in any way we can. Please remember to reach out if you need assistance, want to discuss your current efforts, or if you want to share your successes. We'd love to hear. So as we know, an engaged member is a retained member, and our efforts to keep members happy and in the fold is just as important, if not more so, than acquiring new members. So now we have the chance to connect both of these efforts, and we want to be a helpful resource for you as chapter leaders who must also engage your members and provide an excellent membership journey that makes the decision to renew a simple one. So I'm happy to help with any questions you have, or if you'd like to discuss anything about your program or anything membership related, please reach out to me and contact me with any of your needs. I hope that you enjoyed this presentation and then it gives you some helpful tips as well as a good overview about the toolkit and how we have put it there to really help you succeed. Thank you very much, and we appreciate all that you do.